Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So in today's video, we're just going to do a quick unboxing of the new GoPro Hero 13 Black. This was announced a couple days ago from GoPro and it officially becomes available today, which is the 10th. And mine just arrived. I ordered it directly from GoPro and it just arrived today. I also have the new Ultrawide Lens mod. Basically, this is the exact same thing as the Max Lens mod, except these ones are auto detectable. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. I did order some other accessories for it, but they haven't arrived yet. So we'll be taking a look at them over the coming weeks. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the packaging is kind of different than what it's been the last couple of years. And one thing right away that is noticeable is that it no longer comes with a case. The last couple generations came with those little cases, which were quite handy, but it looks like they've stopped doing that. So top here, we've got some literature, some stickers, kind of neat, different colors depending on your preference. And a note there that the camera must be updated before we can use it. That's been pretty common the last couple of generations. That never used to be like that, but now you have to connect it to the GoPro app and update the firmware before it can be used. So we'll set that aside. And the other thing I'm noticing right away is they finally, after many, many years, have a new charging cable. It's now USB-C to USB-C. For the last 5 or 6 years, it's always been USB-A to USB-C, so that's kind of nice. GoPro branding on it there. You'll notice it looks a little dusty, but that's just from this environmentally friendly packaging they have. It's just the fibers coming off of that. We have a buckle mount, which is standard in most GoPro kits. We have a thumb screw. We have the new battery. This is a larger battery. And unfortunately, this larger battery will not work in older GoPros. You can see here we have a buckle mount. And then over here we have the camera. Take off all the protective stickers. And there we get another message that the camera must be updated first. And I kind of like these new stickers. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago when they had that turtle kind of clear sticker stuck to the back. That thing could be difficult to remove. I know in my one unboxing, I think I had about 30 or 40 people comment that they had a heck of a time getting that sticker off. So that's the new Hero 13 Black. And a couple things that are different with it. It's the exact same dimensions, so your existing accessories will work. If you have things like cages and frames, the existing media mod will work with it. So in that aspect, it's really nice. We have a heat sink here at the front, which is new. It's going to help dissipate heat, help prevent the camera from overheating as quickly. We've lost the blue speckling, which is nice because I actually really did not like that. That's just a cosmetic thing, but I think it just looks better all black. The other thing that's new is that they now have a new magnetic system. And unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that for you right now because they don't even include one in the box. That's actually quite disappointing. You would think that's a big new feature that people are going to like, that they would give you one with the camera, but you do have to purchase them separately. I did have some on order, but they haven't arrived yet. But in the meantime, it still also has a traditional finger mount that folds out. So it's kind of nice how they've done it. You get the best of both worlds. You can have a magnetic mounting system if you want. You can use finger mounts if you want, and we have the Q20 there in the middle. So we're just going to go ahead. We got some memory installed there now. We're going to put the battery in, and hopefully there's enough power in the battery to get the firmware updated. That way I can get out and start testing it. I will have a full review of this camera coming up in the next couple of weeks. Something else that's interesting, they've brought GPS back. For some people that's not important, but others really missed when they took it out of the Hero 12 Black. So we have GPS built into it again. You know, other than those main hardware changes, everything else is pretty well identical to the Hero 12 Black. Same resolution, same chipset, same sensor. Everything that's been upgraded is pretty well software based. They did introduce some nice new features now, such as being able to rename presets right on camera instead of using the app. With the new battery, we do get some longer record time. It's Wi-Fi 6 enabled now, so transfers to mobile devices are going to be quite a bit quicker. So there are some interesting new updates, but for some people, upgrading from a Hero 12 just is probably not going to be justifiable because you're not going to be getting any better stabilization or video quality. So it's just going to all boil down to whether some of those new features are worthwhile to spend the money. So let's go ahead and let's get it powered on for the first time, and we'll get it connected to the GoPro Quick app, and that way we can update the firmware. And please be enough battery. So I'm going to enable GPS. We'll turn on voice control, confirm English. It's asking us to scan. So it's connected, so we're going to save the name now. We'll join the GoPro Wi-Fi network. So you can see it's listing there what is going to be updated with this firmware update. So we'll hit continue. We'll accept the agreement. And now it's going to download the update and install it. This can take some time. If this is going to be your first GoPro, that can take anywhere from 5 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer. So it's just important, don't touch your camera, don't power it off. You'll get a notification on the screen when it is done. And there we go there. You can see we got a check mark confirming that the firmware update has been installed successfully. So our GoPro is ready to use. So let's take a quick look at the ultra-wide lens mod. As mentioned, this is identical to the Max Lens mod that came out last year, the Max Lens mod 2.0 that came out last year with the Hero 12, except this one is auto detectable. So if you have the Max Lens mod 2.0, you don't really necessarily need to upgrade to this new one. There's no really new features. It's not better quality. It's just not going to auto detect it. So we're going to take the lens off here. There's a blue dot there. We just have to line it up with that blue dot there and then twist it on. And you can see there right away it's picked up that we're using the ultra wide lens. So all the settings have been adjusted to it. Now we can go in and set the field of view and all that, but we don't have to go in and manually change it to the Max Lens mod. They have other lens mods that are available. They have a macro lens, which I do have on order. They have an anamorphic lens that's going to be available sometime next year. And even their ND filters are auto-detected. So that is the new GoPro Hero 13 Black. I already have some opinions on this year's release, but I'm going to save that for my review. And of course, I'm going to be testing it thoroughly over the coming weeks on my dirt bike, my e-bikes. I'm going to be doing some kayaking. I think tomorrow we're going to explore some caves. I'm not sure yet, but definitely will be taking it with me. So in a couple of weeks, I'll have had a good amount of time to use it, and we'll make a full proper review going over all the features. And, I'll kind of offer my opinion. Now, if you're brand new to GoPro, the Hero 13 Black is going to be your very first GoPro. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, as I will be covering it fully over the coming weeks and months. Many different tutorials, tips, and tricks. I'm going to have a full beginner's guide coming up in a week or two to help you get the most out of your camera if you've never used one before. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Give it a thumbs up if you found it had value. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.